from you.
Yeah.
So I could shoot and then assault.
FOG Andrew here.
Yeah.
From Family of Gamers. Welcome, we're getting into an exciting episode. I'm here with Chung from WG Consortium. And guess what? We're going to be talking about his army.
My army? What's my army?
Space Wolves.
Space Wolves.
You play Space Wolves, right?
Sorta. Yeah, that's my main army. I play Space Wolves.
Okay, so how many points? Yeah.
Probably up to 6,000.
Oh, wow. I only have 2,000 here.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I run different lists and different tiles.
That's good. That's good to have a big number of points like that because you can like have different lists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like okay, like
I took
have one list. Like you can make different lists for different type of games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like one list for kill points. You know, one list for 1,000 points. One list for like 2,000. One list for 3,000.
Yep.
You know
different tactics and stuff. How you want to go about it and stuff. But
yeah. So do the Space Wolves have any scouts?
Yes, they do.
How good are they?
Really good. Space Wolves really like backwards compared to other Space Marine chapters. It's like other Space Marine chapters, their initiate, that when they first come in this, become Space Marines, they're like put into scouts, right? Or they're put into a
like they're in scout armor. That's what
or
Sergio from Gare Jr.
He sucks. He doesn't know what the heck he's doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, ignore that.
Yeah, but like he has regular scout models, but they're like Space Marine guys that
they're green.
They're becoming into like they're gonna become Space Marines, but they have
green.
They have regular like
So yeah, the scouts on regular Marines are like the green shoes or whatever just starting out. They just became Space Marines.
Green horse.
But in the Space Wolves army, they're the veterans. They've been fighting for years, and they gain their place in either scouts or long fangs, which are the devastator squads, right? So it's kind of like a little backwards. Now the scouts are really powerful in the fact that when they come in, they can outflank, and on a 1 they go to the left side, on a 2 they go to the right side, on anything 3, 4, 5, and 6 they could go on enter anywhere on the table, even in your opponent's side of the table. So that's what makes them really powerful. And then you can rig them up with a melta gun to go in behind enemy lines and tank hunt. Okay, and they're fairly cheap. And they
how many points?
Oh, I don't know off the top of my 90 points for about 7 of them, I think. Don't quote me on that because I don't have my list here with me. And the thing is they're like regular Grey Hunters. They're regular troops, except they have weaker armor. That's it. Everything else about them is pretty much the same. So they're veteran scouts, and that's what makes them dangerous. They can come in anywhere on the table.
Now, what weapons do they use?
Usually bolters. You could give them bolt pistols. They come standard bolt pistols, so you can switch them out for bolters, right? You give one of them a melta gun or a heavy bolter, and one of them could be a wolfen. The guys that turn into wolves and have that massive close combat. Attacks.
Yeah, and do they give them like
so that's
I don't know, like big knives or sword or chain.
You can give them chainswords and stuff like that. I believe you also could give them a missile launcher.
Oh wow!
I think.
I'm sorry.
I look. I don't usually give them a missile launcher. I usually give them a melta gun to go in and take out tanks. Or if I want to use a heavy bolter, to use them to take out any troops that might be left behind. Clean up. Maybe someone has an objective in the back on their deployment zone, guarding it. You can send in scouts in there to take care of that.
Yeah.
And contest that objective.
Now,
you're winning.
Do you have any advice for anybody that's plays like Space Wolves that's watching this right now? Any advice or anything
Not really. If they're already playing Space Wolves, they should know the power of scouts. If they're first starting it, look it up. Ask any friends that play Space Wolves and see how you can use them. I don't use them all the time. Okay, but I do use them.
And also, get the rule book. It'll probably tell you definitely because it's a big rule book. So it'll probably tell you about the scouts. And if you get Dark Vengeance, then That's good, you know, because it has a little rule book. But do they sell the little rule book separately?
No, they don't. You can only get a Dark Vengeance.
Okay, and even if you're playing like Chaos or Dark Angels, which comes in the Dark Vengeance, if you're playing that, then and maybe you want to add like snipers to your Dark Angels army or something like that, and you know you can get that. But if you're just playing Space Wolves, then get the big rule book. Because
and get the codex too.
Yeah, get the codex too to tell you about that. Get the codex. That's like basically you should get the codex instead of the big rule book. It's way better. And then it also tells you about everything.
Yeah, pretty much everything you know about.
Now, do you have any other like guys that you use that are really good?
Ruin Priest. Even with the new Deny the Witch rules, Ruin Priests are still pretty badass. Yeah, I mean, especially with the spells in the codex, with Living Lightning, Jaws of the Werewolf.
They have psychic powers?
Yeah, they have psychic powers. One Piece has psychic powers. And they're really good psychic powers that I think are still pretty competitive. Living Lightning, always great. Jaws of the Werewolf, always great. Want to slow people down, Murder's Hurricane, stuff like that. So I think I never even choose any of the psychic abilities in the main rule book. I always use the
codex.
Yeah, the Space Wolves codex.
Now, also they have the cards. Like they have the
psychic cards.
The psychic card. Like they have a little sheet and they tell you like biomancy or telekinesis. That telekinesis.
It would have been a 4 invulnerable.
Tyranids have that, which is actually pretty cool. I've never used it. But I don't know why, but I've been using the ones in the codex. Haven't used the ones from the cards. I think I might try that, and So
shoot all this stuff. These guys
anybody else is really good.
But I only move 6.
There's actually a lot of good characters. I mean, if we're gonna go into that, it's gonna be a very long video.
Like elites or troops.
Well, I like using my Thunderwolf cavalry. I like using a wolf army. It's a little harder to win with a wolf army here, but take an Aegis fortification, line of Aegis. This is the Aegis line, I think it's called, whatever. Take that fortification, handle any flyers, use it as backup, stick a Long Fang squad in there. Use your Long Fangs. Long Fangs are just so awesome. You can't beat a Devastator squad that can have up to 4 missile launchers, 1 last cannon, or whatever you want to, set them out as, and then split fire at the same time, and then give them to stand them behind the Aegis formation, let the sergeant handle the gun on that, and then that's your, pretty much your answer to taking down any flyers. As well, Long Fang. Long Fang's always good. Speeders, land speeders are good if you want to deep strike them. Take 2 or 3 in a squadron.
Wait, Space Wolves can deep strike land speeders?
Yes.
Ooh.
All land speeders can deep strike, really.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that. That's actually pretty good for Space Marines.
It is. It's not a good idea to start them out on the deployment on the table, because they'll get blown away really easy. They're glass cannons.
I remember doing a game with my dad.
So what he did was
Gene Stealers, destroyed 1 land speeder.
Yeah.
And it was crazy.
Yeah.
And we just took it off the base and just put it down, So it's
cool.
like that's actually pretty good to do instead of putting it in your when you deploy.
What I like is 3 land speeders in a squadron. Alright, since the squadron rules are, they buffed the squadrons a little with the new squadron rules. Take 3 land speeders, top and bottom, give them heavy bolters, and then you got troop killers there. You can't beat 18 shots of heavy bolters going at someone's face, no matter how many of the models they have in the unit. You deep strike them right behind them, blow them all away. Yeah, first, when you deep strike them, you get 1 bolter on that shoots regularly and 1 bolter that shoots snapfire. But even still, with snapfire, that's a lot of dice to roll at them. That's what it's all about in 6th edition now. It's just throw all the dice at them as best as you can. So that's a really good setup. And also, you can't beat putting an autocannon or or multi-melta or whatever to take care of tanks too. But really, tanks right nowadays don't really have to worry too much about it.
And what about Typhoon missile launchers? Do they use those?
Those are good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
They use.
Do they have a little template, or it's just like regular?
It's like a regular missile launcher. Okay. You could do frags or crack or whatever.
So it's the little template.
So it's the little template.
Okay. So anything else?
It's almost like a Ren.
No, that's it. I think there's a lot to Space Wolves, so. Like I said, it's going to be a long video if we go through every single thing,
yeah.
But those are my favorites. Cavalry, I love the cavalry. I like doing my whole cavalry list, which is all wolves, you know, about three squads of Thunderwolf cavalry, loaded to the bits. Get Logan Grimmar, no, not Logan Grimmar, Canis Wolfborn, so that you could get Fernesian wolves as troops. And then about maybe 4 squads of Fernesian wolves. Just load them all with 15 wolves. And then watch your opponent freak out. Because, you know, you back them up with long fangs. And I guess maybe 2 squads of 5 gray hunters in a rhino. Hold the rhinos back or just keep them reserved to hold objectives if you get that. But then just run the wolves at them and tear everything apart with the long fangs and an Aegis gun line holding them back. You know, giving them cover, and that's a very scary sight. Especially you see all those wolves on the table. It's a psychological thing too. It messes with your opponent's mind because, you know, people hear about the Thunderwolf cavalry if they ever played. They heard about them, right? And then next thing you know, you just got half of the table filled with them. It's just like it's a mind screw. You know, you mess with their minds that way.
Anything else?
No, that's it. I think.
All right. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. So, yeah, Chung from WG Consortium, and so subscribe to his channel, and, you know, so subscribe to us, comment about anything, you know, about Space Wolves, and, you know, so, you know, like, rate, and, yeah. So, if you got any questions, yeah.
Yeah?
We'll answer.
We're just going to close because he's just mumbling on now. Go away.
Thanks for watching.